Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Psychosin project here on Total Metal Radio, and with me today I have Jason, one half of the absolutely awesome One Eye Doll. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Hi, I have Kimberly here too.
Oh, and Kimberly, sorry, hello to you both. Okay, now you're preparing for an upcoming tour in March. Will you be playing any songs from the new album, or will you be waiting until it's released?
Well, the release date is March 24th.
Right.
And we're going to be starting the tour in early March. So there will be a few shows before the actual release of the album, but we are going to play some of the songs from the album live for the whole tour. So.
Yeah, we might sneak some in there.
Excellent, excellent. On the upcoming, sorry, I'll remember how to speak in a moment. On the upcoming tour, do you have hand-picked support bands, or are you going to be looking for local support bands to sort of help give them exposure along with yourself?
Yeah, this tour we're planning on having local support. So we're basically just going to be touring by ourselves and then hopefully playing with the best bands in every town.
Excellent, excellent. For those who've only just got into the band, say through me playing them on my show or the other people on Total Metal Radio or through YouTube, where did the band name come from?
It's a dedication to my grandpa.
Right.
He had one eye. He was a musician. He's kind of my inspiration, and a lot of my style, I think, probably comes from him. But yeah, I named the band One Eye Doll, mostly a dedication to him, and then it also has some other, more metaphysical kind of things,
right.
referring to the third eye and stuff like that. But
Okay. Your new album, which is coming out, as you said, in March, by the name of Witches. What can people expect from it?
This is going to be, it's a really conceptual album. The album tells the story of the Salem witch hysteria from beginning to end. So it's kind of a concept album, and it's not just a concept album lyrically, but it's also a concept album musically, and there's a lot of themes that kind of carry throughout the entire album. So
it's not even just one theme musically. It's you can hear melodies from each song into the other songs.
Yeah, it's all kind of intertwined together, so it was really fun to make.
Oh, excellent. What made you decide to go for what's essentially a concept album this time?
It was just what we were inspired to do at the time. It wasn't really, we didn't think it out very much, I just, I started writing music, and I was researching the Salem witch hysteria at the time, and it just kind of poured out that way, and it just was really natural.
Excellent.
Yeah, we just kind of made a big epic recording out of it. It was super fun. We actually wrote most of the music on acoustic instruments.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we were staying in the redwood forest for a little while, and we had a little mandolin and a banjo, an acoustic guitar that we wrote most of the music with, and it ended up translating to be this really epic, heavy, rock metal album.
Yeah.
It works really well.
Yeah, it's most of the songs, they still have the One Eye Doll sound, but we've kind of throughout the album, there's little patches here and there where we have the banjo and mandolin still in the songs, so that's going to be kind of a cool new element.
Yeah, just mixing it up a bit for to keep people interested as the album goes on.
Yeah. I mean, it's the songs were written that way, and some of the parts it's just like, yeah, okay, this part sounds right with the acoustic instruments.
Okay, excellent. Have you got any plans for a single to be released before the album's out?
We think so. We're working that all out right now, so hopefully.
Yeah, we're trying to shoot a video. We'll see if the timing works out that it gets released before the album, but it might just get released, at the same time or after. I'm not sure.
Yeah, everybody cross your fingers.
Okay. Now, throughout the career of One Eyed Doll, you've had an interesting mix of songs with sort of a dark humour and songs that are more personal. Was this always the intention with the band, or is it just something that came naturally?
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of comes out that way. I don't think we really thought about it very much.
Okay. A few years ago, you had a documentary made about the band. Have you got any plans to make another one, maybe to update the success and popularity of how YouTube has made you become and how big you've got now?
I don't know about popularity. We're just still working hard day to day. I don't know. I mean, we're open to that. Maybe if we were approached about that, we'd think about it.
Excellent.
But
excellent.
we still have such a long way to go. It's kind of like, when do you write your memoirs?
Yeah.
There's still so much ahead, and you just we haven't really done that much yet. There's just so much more that we want to do. So I don't know. We kind of roll with the punches. So if we were approached about that, we would at least discuss it.
Excellent, excellent. Obviously, you've got a lot of videos on your YouTube channel. Have you found that YouTube in itself has been key to helping gain you more exposure to an audience?
Oh, for sure. I mean, a lot of the businessy kind of people that we work with right now, we met thanks to them seeing our YouTube videos, and which, our music videos that are really, really the more popular ones are Committed, Be My Friend, and You're a Vampire, and those are all Patrick Kendall. Our friend Patrick Kendall is just this amazing fancy music video director, and he sort of took us on a while back, and we just keep going back for more with him, and we're actually our next video we're shooting with him hopefully pretty soon. It's just going to be, we just actually got the treatment from him, and it's so cool already. I can see it all. But yeah, it's really thanks to him. He sort of took us on as a project, and he saw us playing at like an underground show during South by Southwest one year, and just ever since then we've worked together. But yeah, YouTube is good. I probably don't. I'm probably not on YouTube as much as I should be. But you're right. You're reminding me right now. I mean, we should put up some little videos.
Well, you say that you are constantly touring all the time, so it's kind of can't really blame you for not getting on YouTube that often.
Yeah, I mean, we just it's crazy. We've got so many different things going on that I forget sometimes that YouTube even exists. So I stopped reading YouTube comments a couple of years ago.
I was gonna say, surely that's a good thing. Surely that's a good thing.
I avoid those things for my own mental health. I think everyone should do the same.
Now, talking of YouTube, you toured with Psychosin last year, which is another band who's got quite huge through their YouTube videos. How did you find yourself going down with their audience?
It was awesome. It was a match made in heaven. Those guys are really fun, loving, silly, really great at their instruments, really great musicians, really nice guys. And I felt like our audiences kind of got each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really fun. It was real laid back. It was just kind of like a buddy tour.
Yeah, we've seen, at all of our shows throughout the years, there's always Psychosin shirts and people saying, "Oh, you guys, when are you going to tour with Psychosin?" So
years of this.
Yeah.
Years and years. And finally, we met up with these guys. And, it was the same story from them. We've just crossed paths so many times without actually meeting, and have so many of the same fans. And, man, they are so funny.
Yeah.
Have you seen them live yet?
But no, I don't think they've ever played the UK, unfortunately.
Oh, we gotta get them out there. They're so funny.
Well, we've got to get yourselves out here as well. We really do.
True. Yeah, we'll work on us first, and then we can worry about Psychosin.
Yeah.
Have them as your support this time.
Right.
Now, how would you yourselves describe the sound of One-Eyed Doll?
It's like.
I can't.
Like that.
Oh yeah, I can't say a better description than that, really.
That was, yeah, I think that's about how we sound.
Or was that a sneak peek to the next single?
Ah, you caught us. We were trying to be sneaky.
What are the influences behind the band's sound?
I never really know how to answer that question. It's not like when we started the band, we sat down and we're like, all right, who are we going to try to be? So I'm always thrown off by that. But I think in the years before I started playing music, Riot Girl and Post Riot Girl probably had a lot to do with what I did. Bands like Jack Off Jill, The Lunatics, Sleater Kinney, Bikini Kill, stuff like that. Rasputina. I lived up in Eugene before I started the band, Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
Which is, there's some more grunge Riot Girl influence up there. So I think that's kind of more where I came from, sonically,
Yeah.
But it's a lot of different places, really. And Jason comes from he loves 70s music.
Yeah, usually my drum style is more kind of like 80s Metallica, Slayer, kind of thrash metal.
Yeah, as far as what we actually play.
Yeah, but as a producer, I'm really into kind of bringing out those cool 70s sounds. Like I'm really into analog synthesizers and kind of Pink Floyd, progressive rock vibe. So you'll hear in the background layers these kind of ethereal prog rock sounds from the 70s. So that kind of comes through more on the albums than it does live.
Yeah, we love pretty sounds. And, thus far, Jason has actually produced most of our music. We just have recorded it ourselves for the most part. And so, we basically, we throw in all sorts of fun stuff. And he's able to kind of, he saw me play live a lot, long before we started making music together. And he was producing my albums before he was even in the band for a couple years. And he's really good at capturing the energy that is in the live show.
Yeah. And
making it, and having something recorded that sort of displays that. It's like you're not going to get, knocked in the face with my guitar when you're listening to the album, because you're not front row at the show. But there's some sound that will represent that and the energy of how we feel when we're playing a song. And that has a lot to do with you'll hear some cool analog synth in there, or we'll do some 35-piece choral harmony, or strings. We had, oh my gosh, on this album that's coming out, which features our buddy Damien Soul,
right, who
is an extraordinary violinist. He's been playing since he's 3 years old. He's just a prodigy. He's so good. Actually, we took him on our last tour. He was the light guy. He's super overqualified to be our light guy, but it was really fun, and we got to jam a whole bunch during the tour. So, but when we're recording, we don't really hold back. We just, we just love beautiful sounds.
Yep. Now, as a two-piece band, do you find that writing songs with only two members of the band is an easier process, or does it make things a bit more difficult?
I think it's actually quite a bit easier. You know, I was in a band before this that had 6 members, and it was always a struggle. You know, every member of the band wants to have their songs be the, you know, whatever we're working on at the time, and everybody kind of puts up with everybody else's songs. You know, with this one, it's just like, you know, Kimberly pretty much writes the music, and then when she's done with the song, then we'll jam it out, and I'll put in my 2 cents, and we'll work it out together. And it just, you know, it's, I don't think we ever hit any kind of roadblocks. It's just, you know.
Yeah, it's just easy. It's so easy. Like, we have so much music because of that, because of how easy it is. There's so much that's just not even out yet.
Yeah, we have 3 or 4 albums that are finished and not released. So.
Yeah, there's more music than there is time to put it out, really. And I think that has a lot to do with it. It's just that we have fewer cooks in the kitchen or whatever that saying is. I probably said that wrong. I don't know.
No, I think you got it right. I think you got it right. No way.
But, like, you know, Jason and I play whatever instruments need to be on a recording, too. So I think that's another reason why there are sometimes 5 or 6 people in a band, because they'll each play their instrument. And, but, you know, we can cover all that.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
And then we can have, like, a buddy come in and do something else, like, if we want to. Like, we've got a buddy who's this super pro pedal steel player.
Right.
So, you know, we're, like, totally planning on having him come in. Or if we just want to showcase one of our friends, you know. It's just, it's easy. And you know, we just kind of talk to each other about what we want to do and decide yes or no, and there's not like an entire meeting about it, and it's you know, whatever. It's cool. It's just best friends in a band. It's easy.
So essentially you've got One Eyed Doll, which is the main band, yourself and Jason, and then you've got the extended members of One Eyed Doll, which is all your friends you bring in.
Yeah. It's whoever we want, you know, like maybe you'll be in the band sometime.
I don't know if you need someone who used to be a death metal vocalist, to be honest with you.
Hey, you never know.
And we could have used you on this album, actually. There's a couple songs that could use some.
I don't have much of a death metal growl. Here, let me try. How was that?
Probably better than I can do these days.
I'm just kidding. That was Jason. We tricked you.
Metal radio.
He's got a good, like, demon voice. Actually, I don't know if you've heard the song Recipe for Success. It's on our very first album, but he did the, like, metal vocals on that. He wasn't in the band yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. Not a lot of people know that, actually. Are you even in the credits on that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I hope so.
He finds out now he's not on the credits.
It's been a while. I can't remember. I have to look.
Right. Now, you seem to always be on tour, obviously, to get the name out there, let people hear your music. Do you feel that the best way to experience One Eyed Doll is really at a live show?
I think it's half and half. You know, it's like they're just 2 totally different things. If you, you know, the albums are made for listening to, you know, as an album, and we always produce the albums to be as musical as possible in their own entity. You know, we're not really trying to recreate the live sound on the album. And then the show is totally different. You know, it's like it's the 2 of us, but we really try to involve the audience so that everybody in the room is putting on a show together. We're all having an event, and that's just something you're never going to capture on a CD. So we just try to make you know, the best that we can out of each format.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's probably the same with a lot of bands, especially the more, like, artsy ones. You kind of need to see the show and then dig into the discography as well to understand where they're coming from. Like, I guess I won't say who, but I saw a really, really great, I mean, just amazing live band. These guys blew me away to the point of, I was just like, why am I even doing this? I'll never be that good.
You can say who it was if you want to. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
No. Well, I mean, what I'm going to say next is, you know, I don't want to say who it is, because, you know, then I went and checked them out. I checked out all their recordings and stuff, and I was like, man, if I had just listened to these recordings first, I probably wouldn't have gone to the show. because they're, you know, the recordings didn't really do anything for me.
No, so it seemed a little bit flat, essentially.
Yeah, and then, you know, but the fact that just because I saw them live first, you know, I know what they're capable of, and you know, I think that if those people out there who haven't been to one of their shows don't understand that they are freaking geniuses, like amazing, that the recordings, you know, I don't think they showcase that. So I think you have to do both. You have to check out a band's live show, and then you have to check out their album. Because if you only see the live show, you might see them on a bad night where the sound man hit the suck button.
Yeah.
Like, because he doesn't like them, or they had a bad mix, or some sort of weird problems.
No monitors, that's usually what we usually deal with.
Yeah, so, you know, that doesn't really always showcase. So, you know, I feel like if you're going to judge a band, you gotta do both, really, to have an honest judgment about band. I think that that's definitely true with us. Like, I have some bad nights on stage too.
I've never.
There's people out there who've come to my show and like thought that I totally sucked. but
that might be because they weren't at the front trying to avoid your guitar at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think both is necessary.
Okay, now the next question, I've been asked by a fair few people, so I'm going to ask you guys, I don't know if you're going to actually be able to answer it, but when can we see you over here in the UK?
We really want to do it soon, but we don't have any concrete plans, so that's about as much as we can say. I mean, we're always working on it. We've been talking with labels over there, talking with agents, and we talk with bands over there, you know, but we haven't really nailed anything down yet. So.
Yeah, we actually did a showcase for a UK agent once, and he hated us. So.
Yeah, everybody else in the room was having a great time, and then this guy was like, I don't know what I can do with you guys.
Yeah, I don't know how I can market this.
Yeah.
Like, no, okay, sorry.
Seriously, he did like it's name and shame that man now, please.
No. Not gonna happen.
Oh,
but you know, you can't win them all over. It's just like.
Yeah. I bet you it's someone who works with mainly pop acts. That's possibly why it was. We have an infestation of those bloody things over here. So.
Yeah, I mean we're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's all right. That means that we're doing what we love, not what everybody else loves, right?
Exactly, you're doing something unique, which, you know, is what it's all about, essentially. So.
Yeah, I mean, just like in real life, not everybody agrees with what I have to say, or, you know, whatever shirt I decide to wear that day. You know, it's just like, it's the same in art, really. It's just, well, some people are going to get it, and those people are your friends, and then the other people will find something else they like.
Yep. Finally, is there anything you would like to say to all your fans who are listening tonight?
Oh, man. Well, we think that all of you fans should support our friends Total Metal Radio, and give them all of your bank account numbers and money.
Thank you.
And also, is this live, or are you putting this out?
No, it's being recorded.
When are you putting it out?
I'll probably put it on my show tomorrow night.
Okay. We have some really cool announcements soon, but for now, just go to our website and click on the tour button. So it's oneeyedoll.com tour, and you can see all of our U.S. tour dates. Yeah. That doesn't help you guys in the U.K., sorry, but I know you have a lot of U.S. listeners.
Hey, listen, you know, what I always say is call your local rock venues, even in the U.K., and tell them that, you know, you want One Eye Doll to play. You know, we're easy to get a hold of. If we can get, you know, 10 venues interested, we might be able to make something happen, you know?
Yeah, the fans actually can make a really big difference that way.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get you over here, I might be able to maybe arrange it so that it's a Total Metal Radio sponsored kind of tour.
Dude! We're going to take you up on that.
You're in trouble now.
I am. I'll try my best. Because I'm gagging to see you guys myself, so, you know.
I'll wear me a Total Metal Radio t-shirt. Woo!
Ow!
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was One-Eyed Doll. Go check him out on YouTube. Go give him a like on Facebook. You can hear him on my show pretty much every show I do. One-Eyed Doll, thank you very much for doing this interview with me tonight.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
I love the way you talk.
Thank you.
It's cool. You said One-Eyed Doll. I love it.
It's the case of an English accent, I'm afraid.
No, it's so awesome.
Sun will